In this video on managing reactivity, I'd like to do a little review of how the skills we've been talking about thus far really build on each other. It really shows up by the time that clients are managing reactivity. And in a way, we could almost frame this as a three-step framework for the managing reactivity process, like what takes them from disconnection to values-based ways of relating, really being in alignment with how they want to relate in life. The first is relationship competency 5 is when they learned how to recognize their reactivity. So many signs and symptoms and getting to know themselves and understand these deeper core patterns that show up so that they can begin to really mindfully witness and watch and notice, oh, I'm engaging in that form of reactivity. I understand where it comes from. I understand how it doesn't serve me now. And then they get to move into the skills of relationship competency 6, managing reactivity. So in managing reactivity, there are skills such as, regulation skills, tending to physiology first, de-escalation strategies within partnership, co-regulation strategies within partnership. Then there's anchoring practices. This is where clients are learning how to not just regulate and get themselves back to, okay, I'm settled enough to return, but taking the time to go from regulation to more expansion, helping them to have focusing practices, we call them anchoring practices, that support them in shifting in their focus to a resource that actually accesses them into a greater state of openness, more creativity, compassion, right? So they've gone from recognizing reactivity, regulating, opening, and once they're opened, before returning to their partner, oftentimes the third step is self-empathy. Taking time to first return more deeply to their own center, to return to that awareness of what is happening for them right now. What are they feeling? What are the real needs that are alive for them they'd like to be tending to support the connection in this moment? And then after they've done those 3 steps, they've got a few choice points, and we talk about that in managing reactivity. They may choose to engage with their partner sharing an honest expression, meaning that was our skill number 3, honest expression might be sharing an observation, what's happening, what feeling is happening for them, what need is arising, maybe a request they might be making with their partner that invites them to help meet them in that moment. They may also choose to do a form of honest expression that is naming a life-serving boundary. That is later in our skills, but it has some of those same elements from honest expression. And they may also choose to respond with empathy. If they have enough resource, they've grounded themselves, maybe they're able to provide empathy, to be the one to hear first their partner. So there are these choice points in how they might choose to engage after they've recognized reactivity, managed it, opened themselves up in a state of self-empathy. Then they can return to dialogue in these ways that support connection. So just wanted to take a moment to share this because the skills of mindful, compassionate dialogue really do build on each other, and it really shows by the time that partners are able to intervene at this level where they could track and manage their reactivity. They have access to so much that supports them in their connection. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for your ways of contributing. And as always, let's continue to lead with love.